Joe, Chris Carter, how do you kind of envision his role being with this club, and what did you think of that impending move?
Well, I mean, here's a guy that has big power and has RBI potential and is very good in the clubhouse. And we look at his role as from a different – it could go a couple different ways. I mean, it's hard to turn down a guy that hits, 40-plus home runs. I mean, that's hard to turn down. So, a lot of it's going to depend on the competition over there, Bird, Austin. Those guys are going to get an opportunity to play. If Bird becomes your starting first baseman, you have a right-handed complement. And I'm not saying that Greg Bird can't hit left-handers, because what I saw, he did hit left-handers. But he's coming off basically a year off, so we'll see where he's at. Tyler Austin, I think, has a lot of potential. Could also win the spot. And then, you look at helping out as a DH as well, because you can't play Holiday every day. You understand that he's got some age to him, and we want to keep him healthy and not deal with any injuries from him where he's out for a long period of time. So we will give him some days off. So he'll fit in, and his role is going to somewhat depend on how he's doing and how the other guys are doing. But that will get ironed out as the season goes on.
Eric, back to your right, Joe.
Joe, you've sat up there in past years and laid out very clear expectations of compete for a division title, compete for a World Series. Are those expectations altered at all, given a lot of what we've talked about, the youth, the inexperience, and really, not knowing exactly what you have?
No. Those expectations don't change. You look at the clubs that have won recently, a lot of young players with a few veterans mixed in. And I think when the Yankees made their long run, there were young players mixed in with veterans. The game has kind of changed in the sense that free agents don't become free agents nearly as early as they used to. Teams are able to hold on to their players because of revenue sharing and a lot of different reasons. And so I think the landscape has changed a little bit in the game, and we've adjusted to that. But like I said, I think our young players are very talented. Talent's one thing, production's another. And we believe that they're going to be able to produce, and we will help them get through the tough periods. But we think they can produce at a high level.
Joe, in the back again, you kind of alluded to it before. This might be the first youth movement since the '96 season, and you've seen that you were part of that team, you're a part of this team now. Are there any similarities you see from that team that is now on this team?
Well, it's hard to compare teams because of personalities are different. But you have some guys that have been here a while. You have some leaders in that clubhouse like the '96 team did. But there were new faces, there were new faces sprinkled in, and there were young players that were sprinkled in, and there was more talent that was coming. I mean, I think about '96, and it was kind of the year that Jeet and Mo burst on the scene, but Mr. Posada was coming and started to become a really huge impact in '97, and I feel that that's kind of what we have here. You have young players that have a chance to have a huge impact at different positions, important positions, whether it's a starting pitcher, first base, right field. Then it was shortstop, bullpen. And, I don't think any of us knew exactly how Mo was going to emerge, but he became the sixth inning guy, the seventh inning guy, and the eighth inning guy wrapped up into one guy that set up, and Andy Pettitte had a huge impact. So I think there's similarities there. One of the differences is the '95 Yankees were very good and were in the playoffs. Last year we didn't make the playoffs, but I still think there's a ton of talent. There's a lot of young players that are coming that are going to make a huge impact here, similar to what those guys did, and could be here a very long time.
Marley.
Joe, with Tex and Alex no longer being here and also Carlos Beltran going elsewhere, are you worried about that void of veteran leadership that those three players had? And also, do you expect Alex to come in spring training to help with the
I think we expect Alex here. I mean, from everything I understand, he's going to be here. As far as a void, leaders emerge. CeCe's been a leader here for a long time, and he's still here. Gardy's been here a long time. and he's still here. And leaders emerge, and sometimes young players emerge as leaders. Players look to them. And I think, you know, the idea that Gary Sanchez has 2 months under his belt. Greg Bird had a very successful 2 months under his belt. Tyler Austin came up and had some success. The other younger players can look to them, too, and that helps. Sevy's had some success and thrown some important innings. So the leadership will emerge. Every year, I think, as a team changes and the people change, I think the leadership changes. Holiday has been a leader for a long, long time and has a chance to really make an impact in that clubhouse. And I'm not putting pressure on him to do that, but this is a guy that works very hard, understands how to play the game, plays the game the right way. And our young players play the game the right way, too. So that will iron itself out. That will take some time in spring training, too. Could take a month in the season, but it will work its way out.